What is going on, fellow Clash Royale fans? Thank you guys so much for stopping by today. Yes, of course, the update is here, and it seems like everybody talking about the Sparky, the new legendary card. Looks like a giant electrified freight train, and we are going to take a look at some replays and some massive Sparky action a little bit later. Now, our first replay comes to us from none other than Peter, $17 himself.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you. And he's got no new cards in his deck, so he is facing a player who has several new cards, the Lava Hound, the Fire Spirits, and of course the Sparky. And we will see exactly how Peter deals with this combination in a few seconds. Now, it seems that Peter has brought a pretty familiar looking Hog Cycle deck. He deals with that big group with one Fireball, and we are into reset. You can see the other player putting down Elixir Collectors. It doesn't look like Peter has one. Obviously, they have recently been nerfed, fewer hit points, so they're probably not going to be as popular. But here we go. So he's got the Ice Wizard on the way. You can see all the new cards ready. Lava Hound, Fire Spirits, and the Sparky. The Hound is first. Peter is going to counter with a Cannon and a Princess. Here comes Sparky, and right behind Sparky is going to be some Fire Spirits. Now check out the Minion Horde. Again, the Minion Horde just goes to work. That Sparky never has a chance. It is gone. It is out of the way. And the minions, the small group of minions, finish off the last of the Lava Pups. So there you have it. We don't really need to show the...
Come on, Galadon. Show the hell thing.
Fine. All right. So we'll go ahead and show the rest of the attack for Peter here. As you can see, Poison Spell goes down. He's got a lot of damage on that right lane tower, so he is well ahead right now. So we'll see how the rest of this attack works out. Obviously, Peter happy about the outcome. Another Hog Rider on its way to the tower, and it will pretty much one-shot that tower, and that puts Peter up 1 crown to 0. Fireball, that is going to counter the Elixir Collector, and wow, look at all the damage on that King's Tower. That is fast, and that King way down below 50% health, and it looks like the opponent is not done. He is going to try more of the new cards, and it's going to be, yes, the Lava Hound in the back left corner. And so the Lava Hound's going to approach unbelievably slowly, and the Poison Spell just misses taking out that Princess. Peter with a little bit of a taunt there. And it looks like, yes, Peter is going for the coup de grace. He is going down the right-hand side. He's going to try to finish this player off before the Lava Hound gets to his left tower, and it looks like it just might happen. The Princess, the minions getting through a freeze spell. The minions aren't quite going to get there, but that tower is down to, yes, less than a Fireball, and Peter finishes it off. So well done, Peter, countering the new cards with a pretty standard Hog Cycle deck. So next up, we have an epic confrontation between our old friend Apex from Full Attack and a player who may be named later. And yes, it is going to be Sparky versus Sparky in this battle of the big boys at level 12 facing a level 13. Now, as you can see, both players have brought Sparkies, but both players choosing to try to protect those Sparkies a little bit differently. On the left-hand side, using the Barbarians, it looks like Apex is planning on using the Giant to protect his own, or maybe the Guards. And the early confrontation is going to send that Sparky forward, fully charged and protected by the Barbarians and the Giant. Doesn't look good for Apex, as the Sparky will fire right through the Giant, and yes, that is about 1,000 hit points off of that tower. Very quickly, Apex in a lot of trouble. In fact, loses that first tower just 45 seconds into the battle. And right here, it looks like this battle could end about as quickly as Peter's did, as Apex is facing all sorts of units, including a Royal Giant. Look at that range on the Royal Giant. The Sparky doing work, but getting countered now by the Guards and the Inferno Tower. And luckily for Apex, he's able to get them out of the way before the Sparky closes in on that King's Tower. So Apex has got a big hole to dig himself out of. And speaking of holes, here comes a miner right up to the Inferno Tower, takes it down quickly, and moving on again towards the King. And it looks like at this point, it is Apex's turn to try to put together a push. He's got the Elixir advantage. He's got the Giant moving forward. He's going to back it up with a Wizard, and we'll see if he can get to his opponent's left lane tower. But this guy's full of all sorts of surprises, as we see a 3 Musketeers, but easily and quickly countered by a simple Fireball that pretty much wipes out the 3 Musketeers, but not before they finish off the Giant. That Wizard, though, doing so much work, gets everything out of the way, and the tower just about down before finally the Barbarians clear it out and Apex back on the defense. So you'll notice we are down to the final 60 seconds of this battle, and there is the very first Sparky placed by Apex. So waiting for his opportunity, and obviously for double elixir, he is going to move forward with the Sparky protected by the Giant and hope that they can get to the opponent's tower. Looks like though the opponent has a Giant and a Royal Giant, that Apex, look at the Giant, push back the Sparky. Sparky gets shoved back all the way to the tower, but the Giant on the forward side gets the tower down, and Sparky never has a chance. Sparky finally moving in, and you'll notice right here, Sparky is fully charged, and that is going to mean lights out for these barbarians as they are incinerated instantaneously by that Sparky. The opponent's Sparky falls to the Valkyrie and the guards, and that means Sparky is on the King's Tower. He is turned though, he's facing the Royal Giant. He's getting pushed by Apex's own Giant, and the other units end up getting the King's Tower down in a crazy match of shoving Sparkies. Apex wins it 3 crowns to 1. Alright, so moving on, yes, this is the mass Sparky gameplay that Clash on God and myself did. Now, he also did his own video, so you can check it out on his channel where we tried this a second time, and you can see where we had more success. Now, I'm going to play the first 3 minutes of this battle at fast forward so we can just get the setup here. The idea was to get as many elixir collectors going as possible and to just cycle through all of the other cards. Now, I've heard that this can work even better if you clear the first 2 towers first and just go into overtime at a 2-2 crown tie. But instead, we just went for it right here with the elixir collectors, with the rage spells, with the freeze spells, just everything else, again, to cycle through to get back to the elixir collectors for now, and then to the Sparkies and the mirrors after we go into the final 3 minutes of overtime. Now, I have to tell you here, enraging elixir collectors was a lot of fun, but it doesn't seem like it really gives that much of an additional benefit. Now, Gon, he's trying to build some defenses over there just to keep back my initial skeletons and maybe to try to slow down these Sparkies. But he also has Golems and Pekka on his own side that he's going to try to use, and we'll see the effect of a fully charged Sparky against a Golem and against a Pekka. So in a real multiplayer battle, maybe you would see 2 Sparkies from one player up at any given time, probably never any more than that. At 6 elixir, Sparky is not a cheap unit to deploy, but if he's protected like we saw in the earlier battles, he can be extremely effective, and there are cards, of course, that do a great job of taking Sparky down, especially anybody like a guard or a dark prince that has a shield that no matter how much damage you do to it, it is going to drop the shield off and not destroy the unit underneath. Alright, so here we go, we're in overtime, and it is time for me to start my own Sparky factory on the right hand side. You can see Gon's got the Golem coming. We're going to go ahead and use the freeze spell to slow down that Pekka. And I've got a pair of Sparkies up already. Elixir collectors working like crazy. We're down to our 3rd Sparky. There it is. And Sparky, man, he melts through Golems like nobody's business. Those 2 Golemites get one-shotted. They are gone. I've got 4 Sparkies up before finally the Pekka gets down there. And the Pekka doesn't even get a single strike off before Sparkies annihilate her. And now I'm up to number 5. And here it comes. This is the peak. Number 6. 6 Sparkies strolling towards Gon's towers, and now finally the Pekka and the Golem are going to start doing some serious damage to my own Sparkies. It doesn't look like we'll be able to pass 6 on this run, but 6 Sparkies sounds sweet. Surely someone could slam 7. I don't know, but you can see here we are getting too close to that tower. The Golem is going to hold back the Sparkies for a few more seconds, but now they turn to the tower, and there is no way that tower is going to last but a few seconds as the Sparkies charge up, wipe it out, and this is GG. So a lot of fun with the mass Sparkies, and just in general, loving the Sparky card. He is very difficult to use though. You can't just slap him down and expect him to wipe out tower after tower. You've got to protect him, and there are ways to take him down. As always, thank you guys so much for sticking around all the way to the end of this episode. Make sure you check out my other episodes, subscribe for daily Clash content, and of course, I hope to see all of you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, why is it you sound sick and I don't?
What are you even talking about, Peter?
Well, I mean, we live together.
Right.
I didn't catch your cold.
Not yet.
Even my immune system is better than yours, Galadon.